you guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel where I like to bring you guys along with me as I navigate my faith, fitness, and financial journeys. So in today's video, we are going to be going over chapters 3 and 4 of Esther. So in chapter 3, we're introduced to Haman, who is one of the king's nobles. He's most recently appointed to the highest position of all the nobles, and with that, that means that everybody within the king's court is supposed to kneel in order to pay respect to Haman. But Mordecai, who is in the king's court, refuses to kneel to Haman, which pretty much enrages Haman. So Haman eventually goes, he talks to the king, and he tells the king that 1, this shouldn't be tolerated, and 2, he would give him 10,000 talents if the king agreed to pretty much annihilate / kill all people of Jewish descent. So the king eventually agrees to this, but I do want to make it clear that the king did refuse the money that Haman was intending to give to him and just said, do with the Jews as you wish. This gets back to Mordecai, and it kind of sends Mordecai into distress. But to put things in context, at this time, Esther has been queen for about 5 years. And keep in mind, Mordecai technically is the cousin of Esther, but he's more of a father figure because he took her in and took care of her. So that kind of wraps up what's going on in chapter 3. So in chapter 4, pretty much Mordecai is kind of in mourning, and he's not allowed to obviously go into the place where Esther is staying. So he's just kind of like outside the gates in mourning clothes. Eventually word gets to Esther. Esther sends one of her eunuchs to go and talk to Mordecai. And at this time, Mordecai is like, tell Esther that she needs to go before the king and she needs to pretty much plead on our behalf to save her people. So the eunuch goes back to Esther, and Esther pretty much sends a word back to Mordecai. 1, she hasn't seen the king in 30 days. So she really doesn't know what's going on. A month is a long time, and the king has not summoned her. So in these times, if the king did not summon you, you are not allowed to be in his presence. And if you pretty much go uninvited, you're gonna die. So Mordecai is pretty much asking her to go before the king, even though if she's punished for this violation, the punishment is death. So one of the things that's very interesting that he says to her to convince her to go before the king is, he says, do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. So pretty much after thinking a little bit, Esther decides that she will go before the king and plead for the Jewish people. But what she does have is one stipulation, and the stipulation is to pretty much for Mordecai and all the Jews in the provinces to go on a 3-day fast. She will go on a 3-day fast as well, and then she will present herself to the king, and she says, if for whatever reason I perish because I decided to do this, then I perish because I decided to do this. And that is how chapter 4 ends. So I want to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I hope that you have enjoyed part 1 as well as part 2. In the comment section below, let me know what your thoughts are so far about chapters 1 through 4. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you? And as usual, take time to enjoy your own journey, and I will catch you guys in the comments until the next video. Bye.